My name's Tim Record. People call me Toast. I'm the audio mixer, A1. I've been doing Rangers since I moved to Dallas in 2000, so 25 years. On game day, my exact role is to mix the show. And basically I have announcers. We've got about 18 mics in various places in the field for crowd ambience, bat cracks, first base. And I mix those mics for the sound of baseball. Then we have music, tape machines. During the game, what I'm actually doing is mixing the sound that we hear on TV, while at the same time listening to the director's hot mic in my left side and the producer's hot mic in my right side. Then I've got intercom also with my A2s and with tape room, whatever. So there's a lot of voices. There's a lot of sound going on in here during the course of the game. This is the audio console where everything comes in, and it's basically inputs and outputs. So you've got microphones, tape machines, music, different devices coming in, and then going out, I've got several different mixes. I'm doing mixes for the IFBs for what the announcers are hearing. I'm doing a separate mix for each announcer. I'm doing mixes for radio. I'm doing mixes for the router so that when they record a tape machine in ISO. So there's several different outputs that I'm using. Here I have all my effects mics. The crack mic, as you see, that controls my crack mix down there. Then I've got the pick mics. This is first base, third base. The ball gets hit, it goes that way. I open this mic, and then somebody in the field gets it. They throw it over to first. I open this mic to hear the ball hit the mitt at first base. So it's just reacting to when the ball moves, and then listening if I hear them say something about the bullpen, and so I open the bullpen mic and we hear that. And this is the home dugout, so we can hear when they come in for celebrations, the high fives and all that. These are home run crowd, where if I want to enhance the sound of the crowd during a home run, I can push this in. It doesn't affect the program mix. It only goes to what goes to the router. Then I have a feed from the PA for when we do God Bless America in the 7th inning, or for a special ceremony, anything like that. And then this is the ump mic for when we have a challenge. We can hear the umpire and what his decision was. I'm primarily listening to Patrick, the producer, because he gives me a heads up on what's coming. When we're in the game, I have the cards monitor here. So when Patrick's talking about a promo, I can look to see what the promo is. If it's kids, I'll know that I get a music cut that pertains to kids or whatever. That gives me a clue as to what promo or what we're happening. Same thing with the CGs. I look at those so I know if we're going to a full screen, which would have music, or a lower third, which would not. The director, I listen to him for cues on when he's rolling tape machines and to just kind of follow the flow of the game. So a lot of my cues between Kevin and I come visually. I see that he did what he said he was gonna do. Kevin and I have been doing this together for a long time, 25 years-ish. And so there's a lot of things that we do in sync that we don't talk about. You know, fades to black, like, you know, he kind of feels the way I'm fading to black or fading the sound. I see, you know, sometimes depending on what the mood is of the moment in the show, the sound might start to fade first. And as it gets really close to the thing, then he'll bring it to black or whatever. Early in the season, you know, we go through and we pick things, and I'll work with Patrick about what cuts he likes and he doesn't, and we'll kind of build the library. On my computer over here, which is also in the console right here, I can have the library up. And if something, for example, something came up during the pregame show where somebody was talking about going to Italy. I don't have any Italy cuts on here. So I go into the library and I come up with a cool mandolin Italian song, and we go to break with it. So I can play things off straight off the library onto the air for things that we don't actually have banked in the library. The interactions audio-wise between what happens in here and the announcers on the air. And Dave Raymond is fabulous. I love that guy. But I always let them know your mic is clear. But they still hear it in their own ears. And the reason I do that is so they don't have to take an ear off to talk to each other. They can just talk, and it always sounds the same. The other thing that happens that's really cool with Dave Raymond, sometimes we go to break with a vocal bump. I have a cut that has vocals on it, and I'll have a vamp cut that can just play as long as it needs to play. And then when he's done talking, then I can hit the part of the song where the vocals come in. So I'll jump onto Dave's, I said vocal bump to break. I'll give him the hook. Like in this situation, the song is called Last One Standing, but the hook in the song that I want to get him to is called Body Hit the Wall. A few games ago, when his outfielder caught the ball and he hit the ball, it was a great catch and he hit the wall and whatever. Perfect. So I get in Dave's ear, I say vocal bump to break, the hook is hit the wall. So we're gonna go to break. This will be playing. And then when Dave wraps up, then I'll hit this. And that's kind of fun for the viewers because it's right in with the music.
Well, another 3-run homer for the Rangers. They're pounding lumps on Kohanowitz tonight.
Being in a closed environment, it sounds a lot different when the roof is closed. It has more air and it feels much more like a ballpark when the roof is open. When the roof is closed, the sound is very condensed, and I have to change things in my EQ and what I'm doing to make sure that it still sounds good. Baseball, it's stereo ambience and there's things happening, and all of a sudden the ball gets hit and it all breaks loose. I always say that audio without video is still radio, but video without audio is just surveillance. The biggest thing is to make sure that for the people at home, the game sounds right.